Hey, it's Ed with another video. This one is about my 10 years on Xbox Live. I thought it'd be fitting to play a Halo game, since that was the game I kind of started with. I started with Halo 2, and honestly I'd be playing Halo 2 in the background, but honestly I suck at Halo 2. Halo 4 is more of my jam. As you can see from this game that I'm playing, I'm pretty good. Not the best, but yeah, something. Anyway, yeah, so it's been 10 years this last weekend that I've been on Xbox Live. It was funny because I remember when I first signed up for it, I was on the original Xbox. I was just going to a dance with my girlfriend, now wife. It was a high school dance. It was her dance, and I got all dressed up and everything, and I was just browsing online, looking at Best Buy's website, and I remember seeing a router on there because my room was in the basement and the internet was upstairs. But I remember seeing a router on there for the internet, but also a Xbox wireless adapter because I wanted to get Xbox Live, but I had to just kind of figure it all out. And so I saw the two items on there, and I added them in the cart, and there was an option to pick up in store, so I went with that. So I'm all dressed up and everything, and before the dance I go to Best Buy, I go pick up the stuff and I bring it home, and I go to the dance and everything, and after the dance was over I came home. It was like 11, 12, something like that. I came home, I set it all up, I set up the router, I set up Xbox Live, and honestly I thought it'd be harder than it actually was. It worked out to be a pretty easy job, and set it all up, set up the gamer tag, set up the credit card info and everything else it asked for back in the day. And the first game I tried, and I think it was really only because it was the game that was in the Xbox, was ESPN NFL 2K5. And I suck with football games too. I'm better playing against a computer on like easy or normal, whatever it is, than playing online. So I don't know why I chose that, but I just wanted to see if everything worked. And so I remember, going into a game, and all of a sudden I see somebody else in there, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. And I go to talk to the guy. I'm like, hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And I hear nothing back. And I came to realize later that my volume was down on the controller. But I remember on the original Xbox, and maybe you do too, if you had it back then, there was an option where you could disguise your voice on there. And so I'm playing with all the options, and it's like, at this point it's like 2 in the morning. I'm playing with the options. I have my volume up on my controller and my headset, and I'm messing with it, and I say like, hey, and it repeats it back to you like a second later, and it was in a weird voice. It was like, hey, and it scared the shit out of me. But it was cool because like all these different options, and it was cool to think that there was a gaming console online. I mean, I came from all the Nintendo consoles. This is my first console that wasn't really Nintendo. I had a PS1, but briefly. So it was just cool to think like I have a gaming console that's connected to the internet. And so yeah, I mean, I started playing Halo 2 like crazy. I wasn't that good at it, but it was it was good enough, and I got like Rainbow Six and stuff like that. And then later on that year, because it was 2005, so later on that year, obviously the 360 came out, and I started playing the 360 games, and a couple years later Halo 3. And yeah, I mean, I've seen it all kind of go down with the original Xbox and that interface, the 360 blades, the TV, and the marketplace and all that stuff coming together. Actually, on my original Xbox, and I think the 360, I still have all the Halo 2 map packs on there. I think they're probably corrupted because I remember having to download them a lot, but yeah, still. So yeah, been online for 10 years. So if you want to add me, my gamer tag on this video, as you can see, Triggerspasm, TR1GGASPAZM. Yeah, add me on if you want to play some Halo. Usually I'm playing Halo 4. I try to play 3 and 2. I'm not. I mean, I was better at 3 than 2, but yeah, I'm willing to play anything. I usually like Team Slayer though. But yeah, yeah, this is just kind of a reflection or retrospective, I guess, on my Halo, or not Halo, my Xbox Live tenure, and literally 10 years. So if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, and maybe I'll see you online.